Mara approved one Instagram tag at 10:14 p.m. No story, no caption, no soft launch reel. Just one tagged photo from a friend's birthday dinner, sitting quietly on the tagged tab of her profile. 4 minutes later, the profile visit time window appeared again. 10:18 p.m. And that was the part she could not stop looking at, because the question was not just, who viewed my Instagram profile? It was, why does the visit time keep showing up every time I become visible? Her friend Danny was the one who posted the photo. 6 people around a table in Austin, bad restaurant lighting, half-empty margaritas, Tyler's hand on the back of Mara's chair. Nothing scandalous. Honestly, it was the kind of photo most couples would forget about by morning. But Mara and Tyler were not most couples, at least not online. They had been dating for 4 months. In private, Tyler called her his girlfriend. He cooked at her apartment on Sundays. He kept a toothbrush in her bathroom. He knew exactly how she took coffee and exactly which side of the couch she wanted. But on Instagram, Mara did not exist. No grid photo, no story tag, no comment that sounded like more than a friend. Tyler always had a reason. I just do not like performing relationships. People are weird online. The friend group already has enough drama. And then, eventually, the real reason slipped out. Serena. Serena was Tyler's ex. They had dated for almost 3 years. They still shared friends, group chats, birthday dinners, football Sundays, the kind of social web that makes a breakup feel like it never fully leaves the room. Tyler said Serena was over it. He also said Serena did not need to find out about Mara through Instagram. Those 2 sentences do not sit well next to each other. At the birthday dinner, Danny took the group photo near the end of the night. Mara saw Tyler glance at the phone before anyone else did. "Do not post that tonight," he said, quiet enough that only Mara heard it. Mara laughed, because she did not want to make a scene. "It is literally 6 people eating queso." "I know," he said, "just not tonight." That should have been the moment. But most people do not leave at the clean moment. They stay for the explanation. So Mara went home, took off her earrings, opened Instagram, and saw that Danny had posted anyway. Danny had tagged everyone, including Mara. The tag was pending, waiting for approval. Mara stared at it for a full minute. Approving it was not a revenge post. It was not a trap. It was not a public statement with a caption and a song. It was just letting reality appear where reality already existed. At 10:14 p.m., she tapped Approve. At 10:18 p.m., the profile visit time window showed activity again. Now, important line here. A visit time window is not a name. It does not prove Serena opened the profile. It does not prove Tyler did. It does not prove anyone's feelings. One signal can be a coincidence. 2 signals can still be nothing. But Mara had seen this hour before. 10:16 p.m. the night she changed her profile photo. 10:22 p.m. the night she followed Tyler's sister back. 10:19 p.m. the night Tyler asked her not to comment under his post, and she did it anyway with one harmless, cute. Nothing huge, nothing that could stand in court, but enough that her brain had started keeping receipts. Then Tyler texted. Not the next morning, not after Mara brought it up. At 10:23 p.m., "Can you hide that tag for tonight?" Mara just stared at the message. Danny called her before she could answer. "Please tell me you are not about to pretend this is normal." Mara said, "Maybe he just does not want drama." Danny said, "From who?" Mara did not answer. "Because the name was already in the room." Tyler followed with another text. "It is not about Serena. I just do not want Serena seeing it from someone else and making it a thing." Read that again. "It is not about Serena." Then, 12 seconds later, "I do not want Serena seeing it." That is the kind of contradiction people try to explain away because the truth would force a decision. Mara hid the tag, not because she agreed, because she wanted to see what happened next. The next night, she opened Synapse AI and started laying out the timeline, not to identify a hidden person, not to spy, not to turn Instagram into a courtroom. She wanted to put the mess in order. When did she approve the tag? When did the profile visit window appear? When did Tyler text? What changed publicly before the activity came back? Synapse AI was useful because it made the question less emotional for a second. It did not say, "This person is watching you." It did not say, "This proves your boyfriend's ex is jealous." It showed the sequence. Tag approved at 10:14. Visit window around 10:18. Tyler text at 10:23. Tag hidden at 10:31. And once it was laid out like that, Mara realized the mystery was smaller than she thought. She did not actually need to know which person opened the profile. She needed to know why one visible tag had enough power to make Tyler panic. So she tested the boundary one more time. The next evening, at 10:12 p.m., Mara approved the same tag again. No story, no caption, no new post. She left it visible for 7 minutes. At 10:21 p.m., the visit time window returned. Again, not proof of a person, but the timing matched the same public change. And at 10:27 p.m., Tyler texted, "Mara, seriously?" That was when the story stopped being about Instagram, because Tyler was not asking why she was upset. He was not asking what it felt like to be hidden. He was not asking why a 4-month girlfriend had to disappear from a 6-person dinner photo. He was asking her to make the evidence convenient for him. Mara called him. Tyler answered with a sigh, like she was the dramatic one. "I told you this would create drama." Mara said, "Who saw it?" He said, "That is not the point." Mara said, "It is exactly the point." There was a pause. Then he admitted Serena had texted him. Not Mara, not Danny, him. Serena had seen the photo through mutual friends, asked if Mara was the new girlfriend, and said it was weird that nobody told her. And Tyler, instead of saying, "Yes, Mara is my girlfriend," texted Mara and asked her to hide the tag. That is the whole story. The Instagram profile visit time made Mara look closer. The repeated windows helped her stop telling herself she was imagining the pressure, but the real answer came from Tyler's behavior. He was not protecting Mara from drama. He was protecting the version of himself that could keep everyone comfortable while asking Mara to stay small. And there is a difference between privacy and invisibility. Privacy is two people choosing what not to share. Invisibility is one person asking the other to disappear so someone else does not feel replaced. Mara kept the tag visible, not with a caption, not with a speech, just visible. Then she texted Tyler one sentence. "If being seen with me creates a problem, then the problem is not the tag." He called 3 times. She did not answer that night. The next morning, he posted the dinner photo himself. For some people, that would be the happy ending. Mara did not take it that way, because a public post after pressure is not the same as public respect before pressure. She met him for coffee and told him the truth plainly. "I was not trying to catch your ex. I was trying to see whether you were still letting her decide where I fit." That line made him quiet, and for the first time, he did not have a clean excuse ready. Here is the useful part. One Instagram profile visit time does not tell you a whole story. A repeated visit window does not prove love. It does not prove jealousy. It does not prove a specific person is watching. But repeated timing around the same public change can tell you where to look, not at the imagined confession, at the reaction. Who panics when you become visible? Who asks you to hide something harmless? Who calls your boundary drama because it makes their unfinished situation harder to manage? That is the pattern Mara needed. Not certainty, just enough clarity to stop negotiating with a man who wanted a girlfriend in private and plausible deniability in public.